السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
ISIS's leader is dead. Its caliphate gone. But despite the blows, it is far from defeated. In fact, it's actively regrouping in these ungoverned lands of northern Iraq.
The actually armed numbers are increasing on a daily basis. They have trucks with doshkas mounted on top of them.
These are the Karachok Mountains, a spiny ridge that stretches roughly 70 kilometers through Kurdish-controlled Iraq. At the top, Kurdish fighters known as the Peshmerga stand guard, a last line of defense against the terror group.
The terrain of the mountain makes it very difficult for the Peshmerga to actually physically see the ISIS members, but they know they're there. In fact, beneath the ridge of the mountain, they believe is one of the biggest pockets of ISIS still operating in Iraq.
The Peshmerga estimate there are more than 250 ISIS fighters living in the caves and tunnels on the other side of the mountain alone. Occasionally, they're seen bathing in the nearby rivers and retrieving drinking water. The Karachok Mountains are one of several places in Iraq where ISIS is not just surviving, but thriving. The reason? The geographical schism between the Iraqi army and the Peshmerga. This is the Kurdish-controlled portion of Iraq. Here, along its southwestern border, is a disputed stretch. Neither the Iraqi government nor the regional Kurdish government have taken full control. And it's here, in this no man's land, that ISIS is rebuilding. The topography of the area makes it easy for ISIS to evade capture. It's sparsely populated and straddled by two cavernous mountain ranges.
The numbers, we believe right now, over 4,000 or 5,000 fighters in those gaps, armed. This is not including the sleeper cells they have in the cities, the numbers are high.
Once again, Iraq has become an incubator for the group. Its porous borders and fractured politics are allowing ISIS to find safe havens. The US dealt a devastating blow to the group when it killed its leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, but an ISIS prisoner reveals just how insidious their ideology really is.
So many leadership were killed, but jihad continues. As for the Islamic State, I can assure you, just in few months, not years, that's I'm sure about this. Yeah, one day it's going to regain its power.
Mohammed Khalid is an Israeli Arab who joined ISIS in late 2013, long before the caliphate was even established. He asked us not to film his face. He's now in an undisclosed prison in Kurdish-controlled Iraq. The 28-year-old is unrepentant and convinced ISIS will only get stronger.
This time it's Damascus and Baghdad, not just Rakan Halab.
The terror group has already established a new leadership structure, headed by Abdullah Kardash. Little is known about the Iraqi native. There are no pictures of him online, and Kurdish intelligence says the small amount of information it does have on him is not encouraging.
So we know he's a Turkmen from Tal Afar. We know him from the Al-Qaeda days, from Abu Musab al-Zarqawi days. He was brutal in those days. He caused a lot of problems in Tal Afar and Mosul region.
Talabani says he expects the new leader will want to put his own stamp on the group.
I think this guy will go back to the old roots. And he will try to put fear into the people and to government and security forces. And we anticipate in the next 2 to 3 months, or maybe during this winter time, we should see some attacks conducted by this guy.
A new leader determined to carry on the group's terrifying legacy, coupled with an already strong fighting force in Iraq and a distracted federal government in Baghdad, may unfortunately be all that ISIS needs to re-emerge.